What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Francis Burr, to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on anything going on in the world of entertainment. If you hear something going on right here, that's just because I got a fan going on. It's a little bit hot in here, so I gotta, you know, gotta feel nice and cold. It's a little hot. Um, but we're gonna talk about something that's been going around the interwebs, and just want to talk about it to throw my 2 cents into the conversation. That's of course about the Oscars. The Oscars recently put out a statement talking about some big changes, some major changes about to happen. I presume it's going to be their next show. I don't know if this is going to happen immediately or if this is going to be implemented later on. I've heard reports that it's happening immediately. I could be totally wrong about that. But you guys let me know if these changes are like immediately or if they're going to take their time with these types of changes. But I'm going to talk about them. I have it on my screen right here. I also have my thoughts on them as well. Because I've actually recorded myself like 3 or 4 times, and all those times I've actually forgotten to mention something. So now I got all my notes right in front of me. That's why it's great to have Google Docs in front of you. Write all your stuff down, so you don't forget anything. So let's get into it. So the first major change that the Academy put out is that they are going to be sticking to a 3-hour show. So they're going to commit to a 3-hour show. It's not going to be like how it used to be, like 3.5 hours, or they go over that time. And how they're going to do that is that a lot of certain award categories are going to be honored off screen during commercial break, and all the bigger awards will then, like bigger award categories, will have a longer time on the air to be honored and given more leeway to. I think this is both a good thing and a bad thing. For one thing, I can't. That is one of my complaints about the Oscars, is that it's a really, really long show. I think we can all assume that the shorts categories are going to be the ones that get removed off the air, like best short live action film, best short documentary. Those types of categories, I believe, are going to be done off the air. Because no one, like, honestly, look, it's a great honor to be nominated for this type of stuff. But for someone like me, or somebody like a lot of people around me who haven't seen any of this stuff, and or have really, not to be rude, but not to have much of an interest as some of the bigger categories, we're kind of just sitting there going, okay. So I think it's a good thing, because it gives more time for the more higher honors to give more time to, and then we don't have to like rush towards the end. So I'm not trying to put down the other categories. I'm just simply stating that that I don't have a lot of time on my hands, and I can't watch short documentaries and a lot of short films. If I had a lot of time, I would sit down and watch them. But like a lot of people, I just don't have that type of time on my hands. But if I did, I would definitely watch some of those films, because I've seen a few short films that have been like nominated for a lot of stuff, not Academy Award level, but they've been very, very high up, and they have some really incredible work. And I take a lot of cues from a lot of short films I've watched. So like I said, it's a big honor, but a lot of people have not seen these films, or, to be quite honest, it's not that big of an interest. So it makes sense to do this. So I totally agree with this. Now the bad side to this is that is simply the honoring. I think that like I said, I think it's an incredible honor to be nominated for an Academy Award, and that anybody who gets nominated for Academy Award should feel completely honored and privileged that they have been nominated for such a prestige award. But at the same time, they should be given the same treatment as they should be for like an actor, or like a best actor or best actress category, because they worked their butts off to get a nomination for an Academy Award, and you're not going to show their win on live air. I know they're gonna do. They said they're gonna do some montage afterwards, but that's not the same as seeing it live for the first time. Um, I think that there could be a better method to this. Perhaps we can do like a 2 day Oscars thing. I think that that'd be a lot better. Get the big awards out of the way first for the first day, and then the second day you can honor the smaller categories like visual effects, um, cinematography, and then you can get to the sports category. So perhaps I can do that. Um, but I don't know. I personally would like it if every category gets their fair share on screen. Even if I've not seen these films, I still would like to see everybody um, get their moment to shine and not get just pushed off the air. But at the same time, I've not watched these movies, so it kind of takes away the moment and the experience from me if I haven't really seen their work. So I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. I'm more or less on the positive side that this is more of a positive thing. Okay, now let's get into the thing that everyone's crapping on, and I'm one of them because I think that this is a really dumb decision, and that is the Academy has announced a brand new category. Brand new category. I don't know if this is being implemented for next year's Academy Awards or if they're going to be, um, you know, waiting for a couple of years to implement this. I don't know if this is an immediate thing they're implementing. I assume it is. But they added a new category, which is called Outstanding Achievement in a Popular Film. Now, yeah, you heard that correctly. Outstanding Achievement in a Popular Film. And for me, when I heard that, and after reading a lot of articles and just digesting all that in, I could say with confidence that this is probably the dumbest thing that I've ever heard out of the Academy's mouth. I know that we've all heard about snubs. We've seen movies that we believe should have been nominated or wins. We've seen all this crazy stuff from the Academy, but I believe that this is the stupidest thing that I've heard the Academy has said or has done. Because this category is meaningless, and I have 3 reasons why right here on my Google Doc. Why this is a dumb reason. And personally, I hope that they backtrack on this because I'm not alone. Hollywood, everybody that I've talked to, and people in Hollywood, everybody from media outlets everywhere is hating on this, and I'm with that group. I think that this is a really dumb decision, and I have 3 reasons why this is a dumb decision. Number 1, it completely decreases chances for popular films to get nominated for higher honors. Like I don't know what they are, what their criteria is for a popular film. We're assuming blockbusters or probably like good word of mouth, like Black Panther, Avengers, A Quiet Place, like these types of movies, getting probably into this category, but it completely decreases their chances to get nominated for higher honors. That's why many people last year were so surprised and really happy that Logan got a nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay, because that is a huge, high honor. That's one of the highest honors that you can get at the Academy Awards. There's like Best Picture, then there's Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Actress, and then there's the screenplay categories. And Logan was able to get in there, which is great. But with this new system now, it completely decreases any popular film's chances to get nominated for any of this. This is like, for me, I thought A Quiet Place would have easily have gotten a Best Adapted Screenplay nomination, but now with this new system, something like A Quiet Place would just probably just get thrown into like this Outstanding Achievement in Popular Film category, which I think is ridiculous. This is why like categories like Best Animated Feature should not exist, because there's some incredible animated stuff that's out there, and also there's some really good popular films out there as well that I believe could get a Best Picture nomination or a Best Actor nomination or a Best Screenplay nomination, but they can't get that because they have to be forced into these categories that, like I say, I think they shouldn't exist. Like the Best Adapted Screenplay. Sorry, my screen went off for a second. Like I said, like the Best Animated Screenplay one, or Best Animated Screenplay, Best Animated Feature category completely should not exist because of the same reasons for the popular film. It completely neglects and decreases chances for the animated projects to get nominated for higher honors. So that's the first reason why. It completely decreases chances for popular films to get nominated for higher honors like best screenplay, best actor, etc. Also, this is my second reason why this is a terrible idea, is that it completely undermines them completely. It undermines popular films completely. Um, because, like I said, when Logan got a Best Adapted Screenplay nomination, it was a huge, huge deal. Because it was very, very rare for popular films to get an honor like that, a nomination like that. Same thing goes for like films like The Dark Knight, where Heath Ledger got his Best Supporting Actor award for playing the Joker. It's a huge honor, and it's really surprising for these types of movies because it's not that popular, or you know, it's not that popular. Um, but um, but now with this new system, um, sure it gives, yeah, you'll see them, like you'll definitely see you'll see nominations for like stuff like Black Panther stuff, but it's completely undermining them at the actual awards because when they hand them these awards, I don't it's not like it's going to be like somebody getting a best screenplay award or a best actor award. It just feels like like you're giving a 12-year-old a trophy, like you're giving like a 12-year-old a participation trophy basically. They're like, oh, little Johnny, good job, now off you go. um, that's to me how this looks like they're just going to completely undermine the popular films, and it's just not good. And the third reason why, my third and final reason why I think this is a bad idea is that it puts a bad image for the show in general, because the show they've been doing a good job. Like I know the ratings have been not that great, and let's all be honest here. That's the main reason why this category exists now, is to get more ratings and bring the young demographic into the show so they can get more ratings. That's the exact reason why they did this. It's not because they've been wanting to do it or doing this, blah blah blah. It's because of the ratings. The ratings have been not the greatest for the show, so they've been wanting to get more ratings. So how do you do it? You throw in films that people are aware of, or you know, get more young demographic to watch the show. So that's really why they did it. But to me, that puts a bad image on the show because the point of the Academy Awards is to honor the highest in film, the highest in film of that year. And it's not to say, like I said, it's not to say that any popular film cannot reach that level. Like we said, Logan was able to grab a nomination as big as a screenplay nomination, so it is possible. But for this type of category to be implemented into the show, it just puts a bad image. Um, like I've been seeing people saying like, oh, I guess next year it's the MTV Movie Awards 2.0, and that's exactly what I was thinking in my head. That this is basically like the MTV Movie Awards now, and it's not to say the MTV Movie Awards is not anything, special, but it's MTV Movie Awards. It's a fun show. It's meant to be a fun and comedic show. The Academy Awards is supposed to be a serious film awards show where you honor the highest in film, and it's supposed to be a huge, huge deal for all movie fans and all people in the movie industry, and for anybody who's nominated as well. So for this to be in here, it just puts a bad image on the show, and that just gets me scared. I don't even know if this is gonna get more ratings. I'm not sure. Just because of just the amount of backlash that this has gotten. I don't know if people are going to tune in. Of course, you're going to have your younger demographic probably show up just because you'll have a Black Panther in there, you'll have an Avengers in there. But I don't know if the general public's going to tune in still. I don't know if it's going to help. Um, but but yeah, those are pretty much my reasons. That's pretty much why I believe that this is a terrible idea. Um, I could go on about it, but to put it in short, I think that this is a terrible idea. I don't like this idea at all. I think that the Academy should honestly just backtrack from this, probably reschedule another meeting, talk about what else they can do. I thought this would have been a great place to put in something new, something fresh, something that's less controversial. Like maybe, I don't know, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, like best ensemble, or I don't know, best casting or um, best stunt work. I don't know, something along those lines. Something a little bit, you know, something that's less controversial, because this is, when you say the word popular film, that right now is my biggest question: is what the hell is what do they mean by popular film? Um, like, what's the criteria? That to me is the more interesting conversation. Is what is the criteria for a popular film? But I don't know, if they were to do a new category, this one would definitely not be one that I would do. Try to do something a little bit different. Not. I don't know if those examples, like I said, would work. I just thought off the top of my head. Um, but yeah, I think, like I said, it's not great. It puts a bad image on the show, and it completely undermines all popular films, and it definitely decreases their chances to get nominated for higher honors, because this would be their go-to option if they ever were wanting to get nominated for Academy Awards. The Academy will simply just go. It's the same thing for, like I said, for the best animated feature category. Once they, like, if there's a popular film, um, and the Academy wants to somehow recognize it, they're just going to throw it into this category. Same thing for the animated films. If there's an animated film that the Academy really likes, they're not going to put it as a best picture nomination. They're going to put it for the best animated feature one. That's like the go-to option. And I think that that's completely ridiculous. I think that both these categories should be scrapped, and they should be given higher honors and not just neglected to these categories. Not to say that both these categories are stupid, but it's just to say that they completely undermine for what they stand for, and I think that they can go much higher. Like, I believe that a film like from the animated features, like a film like a Coco or a Wall-E or like something like that, can definitely be a Best Picture nomination. Like, same thing with popular films like this year, like a Black Panther or a Quiet Place. I believe can be Best Picture nominations. So I believe these categories should be scrapped. I think that both should be scrapped. That both Best Animated Feature and this dumb popular film one, both should definitely be scrapped, because they both undermine what they stand for. And I think that both the animated films and popular films are totally have the capacity to be nominated for a Best Picture nomination or anything higher like that, like a screenplay nomination. I totally believe they can. So, yeah. So I'm just going in circles. Yeah, that's basically my thoughts about this new category. It's completely stupid. It undermines what it stands for. And same thing, like I said, for the best animated feature one. And that's basically it. Just wanted to give my thoughts on this entire announcement. You guys let me know. Do you guys agree with what they did? Do you guys are like me? Do you guys think that they completely undermine what they stand for, and you hope that they get scrapped? You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, as been these videos, Beau out. See you next time. Peace.